Welcome back to the We Do Group Grotto, where every day over Christmas we're giving you some fun-filled Christmas facts that hopefully can help you navigate your recruitment journey. Boys, Love Actually, one of my favourite Christmas films. There is a scene where Rowan Atkinson is wrapping up the present for the guy who plays Snape.
Right, yeah.
Have you not seen Love Actually?
I've never seen Love Actually.
Can I just say, the first thing that
you
sprung
guys
to my
have seen
mind...
Love Actually, right? Yeah, this makes sense. Wrapping presents. Do you do it yourself? Do you get someone else to do it?
I do it myself. / I asked Lydia to do it.
Perfect. I can imagine Lydia being quite neat.
Yeah, at least 4 hours a present, I'd say.
Yeah, perfect.
I'm enthusiastic, but incompetent. The thing that annoys me is where I always... So I've got sellotape on my knee.
Yeah.
And then I lose the sellotapey bit. And then I'm like, oh, but then I've got my elbow on the foldy bit that I've done. And then I'm trying to get that bit off.
And you realise the present's over there.
And then I let my elbow go and I've got that. And then I just find the whole thing quite stressful, but I try my best.
Mate, it's hard wrapping a book.
Do you know, actually, no, it's funny you say that. I did one year buy a lot of boxes because it was just easier to wrap a box.
Yeah, put it in a box and then wrap it.
You ever try? Kelly loves with the kids always buy Kelly the Lush. It comes out at Christmas, the pink Snow Fairy from Lush. That's a hard wrap.
Yeah, stick it in a box.
What do you do with the nozzly bit?
Mate, well, if you're...
I do like a folder flip, like a...
Just tie it, just Chinese burn it.
Anyway, you've hit a note here with me. Yes,
I quite like it. So wrapping, here you go, tedious link, number one of the day. How do you wrap up an interview quite swiftly if it's maybe not going the way you'd like it to?
As a client.
Client.
I think politeness is always the best way forwards. I think, thanks for your time. Great to speak. Have you got any questions? Wish all the best.
We have it with candidates. I know it's a little bit different when you're the recruiter rather than when you're actually the line manager, because maybe there feels more of an obligation that you have to keep them in there for longer. But I've cut interviews quite short before and just gone, look, I'm really sorry. This is the reason why we're not going to take it any further. And I've never, ever had a bad reception on it. People go, actually, thank you. I understand now why I'm not right. As long as you're polite and you deliver the message correctly and you've taken enough time to make sure they're not right, then I think actually there's nothing wrong. Yeah. If you cut it in the first 20 seconds and you make up a reason, then it's going to get a bad reception.
I think people are usually polite in that experience.
Yep.
It's how they feel post that experience, because they're not going to complain to you face to face or to a client, but they might go, well, that was a bit frustrating. I always think you got to have high levels of empathy, and then you where do you attribute the blame? So let's say you've got candidates to a recruiter, and people say that they do know within a minute of meeting someone whether or not they're a potential candidate, like first impressions. But I think, is it the recruiter's fault for putting someone in who's not aligned with what the client wants? Is the candidate just a nervous interviewer and they just didn't do as well? Is the client's expectations not aligned? Like, there's so many variables that kind of go into that. And I think you have to give people a little bit of time. And also, I've had clients that say, when I first met them, I wasn't sure, but they warmed on me. Their confidence grew. So if you cut an interview too soon, sometimes you don't enable the candidate to find their feet. And it can be, some people are brilliant candidates, they just interview badly.
It's so hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Time is precious, though, so you don't want to waste an hour with someone who you're not going to hire.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you think it's ever right to just let the interview run its course for an hour just for the sake of doing it?
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't? You would cut it?
A good way to navigate it is, and we've been doing a lot of this, get your recruiter to send you 1-minute video clips of all of the candidates, and the 1-minute video clip coupled with the notes from the recruiter and the CV and the references as a complete hiring package. You can see sometimes how they might present. And if you see something that you fundamentally don't like or don't agree with, then you can save everybody time by not meeting them.
Yeah.
So bringing it back on the important topic of the day, carol singers. If you don't like them, do you let them finish the song or do you shut the door?
Or bribe them to stop. There you go. There's 5. Do
you know what? As I said, I'd probably let them sing.
I think you would, especially with the kids,
also,
right?
Yeah, I was going to say, why wouldn't you? Would you not?
And on that note, thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you again tomorrow.